The air in the Chancellor's office crackles with Force energy. Windu's blade is pressed to Sidious' throat, his voice calm but firm. Anakin stands just a few steps behind, heart pounding. Padme's name echoes in his head. He sees her face. He hears the prophecy. He sees the galaxy burning. Sidious pleads. "He must stand trial," Mace answers with quiet certainty. "He's too dangerous to be left alive." Anakin takes a step forward, hand trembling by his lightsaber. The storm outside grows louder, wind battering the windows as lightning flashes behind them. But this time, he doesn't raise his weapon. Instead, he speaks. "We'll do it the Jedi way. We take him in." Sidious's eyes narrow. The act drops. His voice turns cold. "Then you are lost." Before Mace can respond, Sidious unleashes a burst of Force lightning. Mace intercepts it midair. Anakin leaps into action, not against Mace, but beside him. Their blades cross Sidious bolts and push him back. Glass shatters. Furniture ignites. The office turns into a storm of energy and light. Sidious stumbles, wounded, but manages to activate an escape system buried beneath his desk. With a screech of metal and a blast of wind, he's gone. The silence afterward is deafening. Anakin and Mace stand side by side, scorched but alive. The Sith has escaped, but his mask is gone, and the galaxy will never see Chancellor Palpatine the same way again. The holoscreens across Coruscant light up in unison. Mace Windu stands at the Senate podium, voice echoing through every major channel. His face is composed, but the words carry a blade. Jedi Masters have launched a violent coup against the Republic. Chancellor Palpatine is missing. Order must be restored. Within minutes, arrest warrants flood Republic systems. Mace Windu, Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, the Jedi Council. Across the temple, Jedi Masters gather in confusion. They had expected resistance, not open war. Ahsoka, recently returned to warn of corruption, stands beside Obi-Wan as the alerts sound across the Jedi archives. Clones stationed in the capital begin to receive classified protocols. Not the full purge, but something close. New target designations, new battle priorities. Officers are ordered to secure or neutralize any Jedi involved in military command. In Padme's apartment, the lights are dimmed. She listens to the announcement with a hand resting on her stomach. Anakin walks in, his expression unreadable. She doesn't need to ask if it's true. He steps beside her wordlessly, eyes fixed on the screen as the Republic begins to change, one order at a time. The warning comes too late. Just after midnight, spotters on the upper towers notice troop movement across the plaza. Dozens of walkers form up around the Jedi Temple gates. LAAT gunships circle the skyline. The clones of the 501st stand at the front, fully armored and silent. Inside, Obi-Wan and Ahsoka race through the halls, activating emergency beacons. Anakin gathers a squad of knights at the main steps, lightsaber in hand. The temple isn't prepared for a siege, but evacuation protocols are already in motion. Younglings are rushed to the lower levels. Holocrons are sealed. Masters take positions at choke points across the upper floors. The first blast hits the main gate. Stone and durasteel crack apart. Anakin's voice cuts through the noise. "Hold the line!" As the clones pour in, the courtyard lights up in blue and red. Jedi deflect blaster fire as fast as it rains. Several fall in the opening barrage. The defenders scatter, regroup, then push back. In the archives, Jocasta Nu leads a group of Padawans to the hidden tunnels. Above them, Shakti fights across the balconies, holding off waves of troops with acrobatic precision. Across the chaos, Anakin moves like lightning, cutting through the front line, shouting orders, refusing to give up a single step of sacred ground. The Gungan submersible glides through Naboo's waters, vanishing beneath the surface. Hidden deep within the Undercity, a network of ancient tunnels has become the last sanctuary. The temple is lost. Bodies still burn on the steps, but a few hundred Jedi have made it out. Padme lies on a medical bed in a quiet chamber, her breathing shallow. The twins are due any moment. Outside, Moncala doctors work under low lights, whispering instructions. Obi-Wan waits nearby, speaking quietly with Bail Organa. The weight on their faces says everything. The Republic is gone, and no one can agree on what comes next. In the council room of the safe house, tension breaks into arguments. Mace wants to organize strikes before the enemy finds them again. Yoda urges caution. Ahsoka pushes for outreach to the outer rim. Anakin remains silent, seated near the window, staring into the murky water outside. He finally speaks. The Jedi failed because we became soldiers. If we rebuild, we can't repeat that. The others listen. Not everyone agrees, but the words hang in the air. The order is fractured. The galaxy is still turning. Padme cries out from the medical wing, and the silence breaks again. Their next fight begins with survival. Their future depends on whether they can hold together. The shuttle descends through the storm above Jeddah. Snow lashes against the canopy. Inside, Anakin and Mace stand near the cockpit, watching the ruins of the Kyber Temple come into view. Fires burn across the outer district. Imperial flags hang where stone guardians once stood. The city isn't silent. A resistance is already taking shape. Survivors, monks, and ex-guards fight from alleyways and rooftops. Clones march in squads, armored in black and red, faces hidden behind opaque visors. These aren't standard troopers. They move with surgical precision. The Jedi slip into the city's lower layers. Locals guide them through tunnels lined with crystal dust. They see shattered altars and sealed caverns now used as prisons. Mace runs a hand across the stone. It still hums faintly with Force energy, but it feels poisoned. An ambush breaks the silence. 4 elite clone commandos open fire at close range. Anakin reacts first, igniting his blade mid-roll, slashing through the front line. Mace follows with a single sweeping strike that drops 2 more. 1 trooper survives long enough to signal backup. Before they disappear into the shadows again, Anakin retrieves a data chip from the comm unit. It holds an encrypted transmission. 1 name flashes before it corrupts. Fortress Inquisitorius. Something worse is waiting. Rain pounds against the stolen shuttle as it lands on the platform above Nur. The ocean thrashes below, waves crashing against the fortress built into the black rock. Red lights pulse along the hangar walls. The Jedi move fast. Anakin, Mace, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Ahsoka, and Quinlan Vos. Each step forward presses deeper into a place soaked in darkness. The halls are sterile, polished and cold. Rows of lightsaber hilts are displayed in glass, tagged and archived like trophies. Force relics line the walls. None of them speak. They reach the central chamber. Rows of stasis tanks stretch the length of the room. Inside, Jedi younglings and captured masters remain frozen. Some wear temple robes. Some still carry wounds. Quinlan recognizes faces. One was his former Padawan. Another was a youngling Yoda once taught. Ahsoka steps closer, hand pressed to the glass. Behind her, alarms activate. Red sabers snap to life above them. Inquisitors drop from the ceiling walkways, blades spinning. The Jedi scatter. Anakin and Obi-Wan engage first. Quinlan and Ahsoka move back to cover the tanks. Yoda flips upward, deflecting strikes midair. At the center, a tall masked figure appears, the Grand Inquisitor. His saber burns crimson. His voice cuts through the chaos. You should not have come. They don't retreat. They fight. The footage spreads faster than expected. Holo channels pick it up within hours. Stasis chambers, frozen Jedi children, and red-bladed killers moving through the shadows. Padme delivers the evidence to trusted senators in secret. Bail Organa organizes secure broadcasts from Alderaan. In every corner of the Outer Rim, people watch in silence. On Jeddah, celebrations begin quietly. The temple has been recaptured. Rebels hold the square. The Kyber mines are sealed. Smoke rises from shattered walker hulls. Saw Gerrera and his partisans regroup in the old tunnels, flanked by monks and ex-guards. Baze Malbus sharpens his cannon in the corner. Chirrut walks calmly through the ash, reciting prayers to the Force. Anakin stands at the overlook of the temple, watching transports land with aid and supplies. Mace joins him, arms crossed, face unreadable. We've made ourselves known, Anakin says. They'll respond, Mace answers. They both know what's coming next. Across the stars, responses vary. Some planets offer support, others increase security patrols. Coruscant calls them insurgents. Holonets spin their assault on the Kyber mines as terrorism. Inside the temple, Obi-Wan argues with Yoda. Strikes like this shift public opinion. The mission saved lives, but the cost was perception. Their presence is a beacon and a target. and more will be coming. The temple chamber on Jeddah is quiet. Lanterns flicker above the circular council platform. Yoda, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Quinlan Vos, Mace and Anakin take their seats. The council is smaller now. The room feels larger than it should. Outside, partisans regroup. Inside, voices clash. Obi-Wan warns that the latest strike gave the Senate what it needed. His voice is calm, but the words cut. The Empire wants martyrs. We gave them names and footage. Mace doesn't blink. We gave the people truth. Quinlan agrees. The stasis tanks, the children in cages. It wasn't propaganda, it was policy. Ahsoka shifts, arms crossed. She doesn't argue, but her silence feels sharp. Anakin listens to all of it. Then he rises. The Jedi Code has to change, he says. We can't lead a war and claim peace. We can't ask people to fight and then hide when they answer. He looks at Yoda, then Obi-Wan. If we stay divided, we lose. If we do nothing, they keep hunting our younglings. Yoda's eyes narrow. Strike back, you would? Anakin nods. Not for revenge, for survival. Yoda closes his eyes. For a moment, no one speaks. The room doesn't erupt, it fractures. Jedi with different visions leave in different directions. The war has entered a new phase. The Jedi scatter across the stars. Some settle on forgotten moons. Others hide among merchant fleets or deep within jungle temples. Signals are sparse, encrypted, and brief. The galaxy feels larger than ever and far more dangerous. On Naboo, a house hidden in the hills keeps its lights low. Padme walks the gardens with Leia bundled in her arms. Luke naps in the sun, watched closely by R2-D2. Anakin repairs a speeder out back, grease on his gloves, saber on his hip. Peace doesn't last long. The Empire has placed a bounty on his name. Whispers say he leads the rebellion. Most don't believe it. Others believe it too much. On Jeddah, the temple is reinforced. Mace Windu commands a growing resistance. New recruits arrive weekly. Ex-Jedi, smugglers, ex-senators, even droids. They train in open courtyards under banners that no longer say Republic. The Force is no longer a doctrine. It's a cause. Quinlan Vos and Ahsoka organize safe corridors between systems. Obi-Wan returns to Tatooine to disappear. Yoda vanishes beyond scanners. Each Jedi finds their role. Anakin refuses to vanish. He begins writing a new Jedi Code, one shaped by compassion and choice. His name is still hunted, but his face has become something else, a symbol that the darkness didn't win. So if you've ever wondered what the galaxy might have looked like with Anakin as a Jedi Master instead of a Sith Lord, this is the path it could have taken. If you enjoyed this alternate timeline, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more Star Wars stories, and may the Force be with you.